Now to start the season, we covered the Dallas Mavericks team as a whole. We've also covered Kyrie Irving and Luka Doncic. There were a lot of people at first that said Kyrie and Luka wouldn't work together, and then when you seen them on the court together, you could obviously see that that was wrong. Then after that, you heard the gripes of defense and lack of bigs down low, so at the trade deadline, the Mavericks made some moves getting PJ Washinton and Daniel Gafford, who can help in those departments. Now is this to say that PJ and Gafford are some high level stars in the league? Nah, let's not get carried away, they're not those type of players. But they are great additions next to Kyrie and Luka for this Mavs team, who can aid in helping them make a run. Against the Oklahoma City Thunder, the Mavericks had a 47-point opening quarter, en route to blowing the Thunder out 146-111, but how exactly did they pull off this emphatic win? Well, for starters, the Thunder didn't lead the game for even a second, and this is all credit to the Mavs shooting 58% from the field and 39% from deep, while holding the Thunder to a low 38% shooting from the field and 36% from 3-point range. To start the game off, Maxey played solid defense after a Chet hook shot to go the other way, and as they say, you gotta reward your big man, so when coming off the screen with Chet in drop coverage, Kyrie could pull up, but instead he pushes forward towards the paint to pull the defense towards him, and with a wide open Maxey Kleber in the slot area, it's easy money from the outside. By being such a threat to score the ball off the dribble, the defense will be heavily in help stop position to stop this drive, so once Kyrie has two guys committed to him, it's a simple swing out for the 3-ball. Not only does his ability to attack the basket open up Kleber, but from anywhere on the court, Kyrie can make his way to the rim, so when the defense sinks in to close off the opportunity inside, they end up leaving Jaden Hardy, who is in rhythm, wide open, and OKC pays for it with 3 points being added to the board. These drives towards the rim always open up a man on the backside when Kyrie or Luka drive the ball due to their ability to score inside, so when Luka comes off these double screens, it may look like he's going to go up with the floater, but this is how he deceives the defense and can lob it up to Gafford on the backside. This Luka and Gafford connection was pretty much automatic in their first game together, as here you can see Gafford seal off Isaiah Joe to establish positioning down low, and when you share the court with a passing savant, Luka can find Gafford with the lob over the top of the defense for the alley-oop slam. Having another big Luka can throw lobs to is going to make for a nightmare for opposing teams, and when you get someone who you can throw it to and they go fight to get the ball to then go get an and one, it really raised the level of intensity on the court and the trust between two teammates. Gafford isn't this big just sitting around ball watching, but instead he stays active and can establish positioning inside over the smaller SGA, so when the ball is tipped and up for grabs, Gafford can fight to get it, go up right into the contest, and absorb the contact for the bucket. This type of activity is huge for the Mavs, as he can not only be used to set you a screen to get open for a jumper, but he can be the first one to get the rebound after hunting it down inside, and with all white jerseys surrounding him, it doesn't faze Gafford at all, and he goes up to convert the and one. This energetic and focused offense translates to his defense as well, as he can deter Shea from driving all the way to the rack by crowding him off the screen, so when Shea decides to kick it back out for what seems to be like an open 3-pointer, well guess what, Gafford is hustling out there to contest the shot, which results in a miss. And then with that Doncic quarterback-like passing, he can find DG all the way down the floor, and with power, he can go right through Shea to score the basket. This defensive impact of his was shown on a major scale, as he was able to force guys into terrible floats on the run. And when guys would attack the basket, he could take away the initial look inside, but then also turn around when the pass is dumped off to then be able to contest the layup. This type of defense is exactly what the Mavs needed from a big, and although the Thunder were just missing a lot of open shots, the Mavericks as a whole were playing solid defense. This possession here shows it in totality, as here Chet comes off the pick and pop action, so Kyrie shows on the screen and gets back to his man quickly. Green stunts over to throw off this drive, which results in the ball being picked up. Luka was in position to contest the shot attempt, but then he can lunge back out to the 3-point line quickly. This then makes Williams swing it back up to Dort, and with Green right there ready to contest the jumper, it's a clank off the back of the rim. When you have a defensive unit this cohesive, it can just make it hard for opposing teams to get the exact looks they want, but it also leads to easier opportunities on the other end. When it came to fast break points, the Mavericks outscored the Thunder by 31 by scoring 33 opposed to the Thunder's 2, and this is major for a win. With them pushing the pace more this season, the ball gets advanced up the floor fast, and with his unselfishness, Kleber can catch the pass, and instead of turning towards the rim to go up, he lobs it to Green across the paint, and it's a slam yam connection. The defense better say goodbye to those days where you could just jog back against the Mavericks, as the ball will be up the floor in less than a couple seconds, and with no paint protection or anyone guarding Derrick Jones Jr., Kyrie finds him on his route to the rim and he soars in for the hammer. Some of you may think I'm playing around, but when you see that this fast break only took 5 seconds to get up the court for the Derrick Jones Jr. alley-oop, it really shows you how quick the Mavericks are getting up the floor to score. Once you let them get in their groove and they're feeling nice, well, after the poke from PJ Washinton, here comes this seamless ball movement into a behind the back to Daniel Gafford, and ladies and gentlemen, strap on your seatbelts because we're prepared for takeoff. As we seen in that last play, PJ Washinton was a contributor in that play defensively, but with him being a lob threat as well, he can work off Luka and catch this lob thrown from near half court to slam it home. But hey, his value doesn't just stay inside, as when Luka runs off these double screens at the top of the key, this pulls the big man out the paint. So with Isaiah Joe being on ball side, he has to stay with his man, so this makes Wiggins have to shift all the way into the paint, but when you're dealing with Luka Doncic, he can find the open man and sling it across court to a wide open Washinton. Picking up PJ was great for the Mavs because now you have another guy who can put it on the floor to attack the basket, but furthermore, when he collapses the defense with the drive, he can find the open man off the kickout, and by staying in the correct spot within the offense, he's granted the ball right back and it's an easy flush. I know. A lot of people are gonna say, this doesn't move the needle, and it's just one game, and you're overreacting, and blah 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 blah. But the thing is, Luka and Kyrie were already an issue when it was just them two on the court, so when you add in more solid role players, and you can't forget Dereck Lively, it elevates this team as a whole. When you place guys around Luka Doncic, they immediately benefit off his exceptional passing. Well, that's if your name isn't Grant Williams, I guess. For those of you that know, well, you know. His reads on the court are truly ridiculous, as he can find you from wherever you're at on the court at any given time. Whether it be him lobbing it up to the pick and roll man on the backside, threading it through the middle, or zipping it across the court to find his open guys, Luka will make sure to find the best shot on the floor and make it easy for guys to score the ball as long as they make themselves available. And I mean, hey, sometimes they don't even have to work to get open, as Doncic has this absurd gravity when he's on the floor, and your defender might just get sucked into that gravitational pull. Playing next to Luka will lift a ton of pressure off guys' shoulders, and to take even more pressure off their shoulders, well, you have the one and only Kyrie Irving, who can sauce up the defense in the blink of an eye. With this Mavs team having two elite offensive stars, shooters on the perimeter, guys who can be a threat to score inside, and a lift in the defense, they should be able to make a run this postseason, but only time will tell. You tell me, what guys on this team do you all feel will be key to the Mavs' success, and what guys do you want to see on the court more? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like before heading out. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.